What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about the 13,000 mile, 6.5, 7-month review of my Ram 2500 Hemi. It is the limited trim and it has the mega cab on it. So right now we've had several videos on it. I've showed you from the beginning some of the top 5 likes, top 5 dislikes. Today is the review of how it's holding up, what are some things I would like to change, what are some things that I love, and what's the overall review of it, so that you know when you buy one of these what you're actually getting into right now. All right, guys, what's going on? I got it out here parked so you can look at it here. It's doing really well, guys, really well. Runs fine, no issues. Tire wear is good. I've had these on pretty much since I bought the truck. These are the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. They are the 285s 60/20s. Again, they're the 285 60/20s. Great tread left. I have about a little under 13,000 miles that I put on them, so not a ton, but they have towed across the country, travel trailer and haul, from North Carolina to Arizona up to Utah and back. Done really well. I tell you, this thing is hard to keep clean, but it's a black truck. It's nothing new. I love my Ram boxes, guys. Ram boxes are holding up well. We have boots. Any given time I can have the family with me. We might go out to the property or something. It might be muddy. Always good to have that there. They work fine. They're doing very well. They open, close like I need them to. Really impressed with it. No complaints whatsoever. I would recommend anybody. I'm a big believer in the tonneau covers. They are really awesome. I even cleaned this thing out for you. Actually, I just cleaned this out the other day. Hunting season ended, so I have no reason to carry anything else but the tools in my Ram box. I have a jug of water, or empty jug of water, gas. Got my chop for my boat, rope when I launch the boat or whatever. But yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Here, guys, one thing I have absolutely fallen in love with is the fog lamps that rotate. They move when you turn right or when you turn left. They shift and point in their direction. Really cool. It's been really handy. LED lights. So one thing I like about this truck is all the sensors on it. The sensors really help. And I'm gonna show you something. If you see all these sensors that go all the way around the truck, it really changes the experience of the truck. Completely changes it. This thing is big. The turning radius on any 3/4 ton truck or higher sucks. It's not good, right? It's just not good. But it's not made to be good and turn tight corners. It's made to work, be heavy duty, do the things that a heavy duty truck should do. And one of those things that it shouldn't do is make tight corners. If you look all the way down here, all the way around, there's sensors everywhere. So it changes this truck into a luxury vehicle in a lot of ways when it comes to parking and maneuvering. It really helped. It's gotten me out of some tight pinches. I would highly suggest, highly suggest, you don't have to necessarily get the limited trim because everybody doesn't want or need that. I get it. But whatever trim you could get, if you're able to, if it's in the cards for you, please, I advise you to get the sensors. It just changes the way the truck operates, flows, and looks. And it's gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Everything's holding up good, guys. I really don't have any complaints. You know, the mirrors, they're growing on me. The mega cab, before I purchased this vehicle, it's funny, I thought the mega cab looked hideous. And then the more I looked at it, and then once I bought it, I fell in love with it. I mean, there's so much you can do back there. I've gone to sleep in the back cab, plenty of space. I mean, if you just open it up, this part lays down. There's like a half a foot behind this chair, if not more, that leans down. So, I mean, I'll let you see it down there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I mean, it's awesome. The seats fold down like this. They don't come up like they do with the traditional crew cab, but with the mega cab, these seats fold down, which is really cool. Sunroof, love it. I'm a sunroof guy. It just helps. It helps with lighting. It helps with the mood. I mean, just a lot of good things. The one thing I missed, though, is from my 1500 had the panoramic sunroof, and this doesn't come with it, at least not in this model. I'd imagine it'll come eventually, but Ram does not do a good job compared to its competitors on payload. So, you know, a vehicle that's designed to tow, you're not going to have that much of, you know, you need all the help you can get when it comes to payload. So an extra panoramic sunroof isn't going to help your cause, even though this is a limited. So I think most people who are going to get limiteds aren't overly concerned about payload. They just want to make sure they have the minimum, at least the minimum weight capacity to do what it is that they need within legal limits comfortably. I mean, what we do with the 7,500 pound travel trailer, this is plenty. We can actually upgrade our travel trailers and still have room to spare. So this truck is equipped with air ride. Let me take my glasses off. I love the air ride. Completely changes how this truck rides, makes it definitely, in my opinion, the best towing truck out there. It's just, I don't know if I will ever own willingly another truck to tow or haul anything that does not have the air ride on it. I'll let you check it out. All right, so as you can see, you have the automatically equipped airbag that kick in and out as needed. And so even when you stand in the back of the truck, it adjusts its air compression and what's in there, and it just changes the ride of the truck. In my opinion, this truck rides more comfortably when you're towing than when it's not towing, which shouldn't be too much of a surprise because it's made to tow. All your weight's on the front, so when you're balancing out weight on the back, when you have a load, it's amazing how the truck's performance, the comfort level of it just changes. It makes you want to tow more than it makes you want to drive the truck without towing, if that makes sense. Now that we've looked at the outside and just kind of gone over that, let's go into the inside. So we'll start off in the back seat. As you can see, I mean, look at the leather. It looks brand new, guys. You might see some crumbs here or there because I do have kids. I try to keep it clean. I mean, you've got all sorts of space, plenty of space under here. It's where I keep all my emergency stuff and, you know, fire extinguisher and just different stuff down there, but you have plenty of space. I've even put a set of golf clubs back behind the seat. I do like to play golf. And so, I mean, you've got space to do a lot of different things. I've had 5 grown men in this vehicle when we were going out on a boating trip. Everyone was comfortable. They reclined the seats. These seats do recline. I mean, it's just awesome, guys. And I was looking at another video. I never realized this until I saw the video maybe a couple of weeks ago. But if you're looking here, this slot right here, these little slots, this is actually made for a tablet. So you have kids that can put a tablet there and bam, you have their own cinema system back here pretty much. But look at that front, guys. I mean, I don't detail this thing. I just wipe it down and try to keep it vacuumed and keep it clean. This is the interior after a full hunting season. And I mean, I went hard in this hunting season. I was in the woods a lot. I was off-road a whole lot. And look at it, the seats not creased. Now I do pay attention to how I get in and out of the truck. I don't overly baby it, but I don't just slide out of the truck either. I mean, it's nice and clean, guys. I did not detail this. I just wiped it down with a little static dust rag and that was it. I moved on. Ram has done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job with the interior, guys. I'm really pleased. I'm really happy I went with Ram. I did have some apprehension at first, but you know, Ram has done a good job. I am more than happy that this is what I got. You just kind of check it out there. Man. So let's talk about off-roading. This truck has done very well this year off-roading. You know, I didn't take it, you know, mudding or anything like that, but I did go off-road. It did get dirty. I did find myself in some positions where I had to use 4-wheel drive, handled it perfectly. There was one time I thought I was gonna get stuck, and that was when I was doing some bow hunting and I parked smack dab in the middle of thick, wet, red mud. And I was like, man, this is gonna be the test right here, because if I can get out of this, there's not too many things that are gonna get me stuck. And thankfully, it worked out. I kind of low torqued it out, didn't hit the gas too hard, but it pulled right on out. Honestly, I was concerned about the weight of the truck. And that's something I'll talk about. The weight of this truck and being off-road, a lot of times being really heavy is not a good thing when you're in red clay situations, sandy situations, situations where your vehicle can sink into the ground. It's not a time you really want to have a really heavy vehicle. So that was something I was very curious to see how it would work out. And surprisingly, it did really, really well. It left me with nothing to desire. I was very impressed. I never got stuck, so I'm definitely happy. Have not driven it on beachy type terrain, sandy type terrain, so I can't speak to that. But 4-wheel drive kicks in effortlessly. You can feel all 4 wheels turning and pulling. Very stable. One thing about this vehicle, it is extremely stable. Interior, there's going to be no complaints from me on the interior. I'm just as happy, if not happier, than I was when I first purchased this vehicle with the interior. The exterior, it is what it is. I mean, I think it's a good looking truck. I have a black truck, so it's going to get dirty. So I knew that coming into it. You all know what it is. The biggest concern or complaint that you would ever hear about these trucks is they're terrible on gas. Even for a gasser, compared to the Ford 7.3 liter gas truck, it's just not as good on gas. I don't know what that is. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how the ins and outs of that works, but I do know it's better. And you hear that quite often. When you're towing, especially towing this with a travel trailer, it's really good. I encourage you to watch the video Should be up here somewhere, or throughout the video you should see it. But I encourage you guys to watch it, because man, it shows us going across the country. This thing handles well. It balances out. It actually is in control of the trailer. Not that you can't be in control of the trailer with a half ton, because I'm a fan of the half ton. I've said it many times before. The only reason I traded from a half ton to this is because I could no longer stay legally under the payload. I was always close, and then we had some family transitions that caused more weight to be in the vehicle. I'll just say it that way, and that pushed us over the limit. So
new text message from +13367.
that's something I don't like. I can't figure out how to turn the text message alert system off. And at certain times, like now, when I'm making a video, I don't want that to come on. It is very difficult. The infotainment system is a little difficult at times to navigate through. Looks beautiful, really nice. And I have a strong feeling, if this is a 21, the new 22s have the new Uconnect system. I have a feeling that's what they use to fix some of these tweaks, some of these quirks that were in it. At the end of the day, that's, you know, minor issue. All right, guys, so you get to see we're on the highway, showing you how smooth it is. Pretty quiet. The cab is really, really quiet, even with the sunroof cover open. I mean, it does really well, really well. It handles well. A little bit of a windy day, which is odd for this time of year, but a little more wind than normal. Nothing crazy, but you can actually see up here, I don't know if you can see that FedEx truck kind of swerving and waving. That lets you know right there the wind is blowing and he's catching some sway. So something that you want to watch out for, you tow folks. This is what it looks like when you're towing a travel trailer and you're moving all around. Something to really, really watch out for. It rides smooth, it's comfortable, I'm relaxed. It actually is not as comfortable driving on the highway right now as it would be if I was towing a travel trailer. If I was towing a travel trailer, it would be much, much, much more comfortable. But even without having it, this is really cool. Like, I feel good. I don't feel like I'm riding in a work truck, although it can work, which is really important. So that's something that I really like, and just wanted to kind of show you guys this. Highly recommend it, guys. Highly, highly recommend it. There is nothing like the sound of a Hemi truck. Nothing like it. Do I have any buyer's remorse? I can tell you right now I don't, but I can give you some reasons why I don't.